Hello, hello, my green skins. And we are live, live, live. We are ready to go. And we got Bob the Marauder today, and we may have DJ Ronnie. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to play some video games. And we're going to laugh at Gen Z because, let's have fun. At their expense. Whoa! Hello, Bob. You're muted. How are you doing?
Tired. Very tired.
I know. I almost thought we weren't going to have a Bob the Marauder today. I was like, huh. So I actually had a moment where I passed out, and that's rare for me. One of those moments. I rarely have those moments where I feel like I'm going to fall asleep. And I woke up today, had breakfast, which consisted of some soup, some hearty beef soup, because I had to eat that up because I left it in the fridge a little too long. So I ate it, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, time to get doing on, and I fall asleep. You know what? I'll sleep for a half hour. Wake up an hour and a half later. I think I'll sleep for another hour. I think I'll sleep for another hour. That was my day today. I slept really good. Because I kept having really good dreams. I wanted to get back to the sleep. That was what was going on my end. I was like, I had such a cool fucking dream. I wanted to get back to it, and I ended up watching. It was almost like watching my own movie in my head. That was my dream today. I literally felt like I was literally watching a movie in my brain, and I enjoyed the movie. I think it was a better movie than anything I've seen live in the last 20 years. Like, seriously, that was a great movie. It was kind of fun on that way. I had an absolute blast with that. I'm going to turn this a little bit more. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a fun little dream. What about you, Bob? Did you get a good night watching sleeping there, Bob? I'm assuming you went to bed.
Yeah, I did get sleep, but for some reason today, I don't know why I'm so tired.
Yeah, it could be multiple things. So, I guess we'll start off with the dream I had, because it was actually a fun little dream. So, it started like I was dreaming about a friend of mine's wedding, which I actually went to. And it's one of the few times I had to like wear a suit and tie type of getup. And then and then me and another buddy decided to go in kimono, like the Japanese garb, because he went in the Japanese garb, so I went in the Japanese garb because he covered the cost. And we painted our faces white and stuff like kabuki actors. It was rather funny, and our friend hated us for it. But you know what? We wanted to have a blast, and we had a blast. And little side tangent. There was the conversation, because my friend was black. He was gonna do the white face, like the kimono, like the Japanese, like traditional, like actors, and I was gonna do the reverse color. And I went, no, we're gonna get in so much trouble. This is gonna get found out years later, and I'm gonna get in trouble. So we're both going as whiteface. So this really happened. There are pictures out there of me wearing one of those Japanese gear, like one of those kabuki actors, and my friend wearing a kabuki actor as a total weeb thing, because my friends were weebs, and my friend dressed it up like Char from Gundam, and his girlfriend dressed it up like one of the girls from Gundam. Yes, it was an anime wedding. It's one of the few anime weddings I went to in my life. You there, Bob? Wake up.
Yeah,
I'll have work for you soon. So here's where the dream changed everything. I had a dream that the Yakuza and the Russian mafia started a firefight in this big place that we were in at the time. And the big place was this huge like battle royal between us and the Yakuza and the Russian mafia. Like, we didn't want to get involved, but gunfire started. And so we ended up, because one of the Russian guys ran in and died, he was carrying an insane amount of gold bars. Like, all this gold, like billions of dollars in gold, like an insane amount of money. And so me and my friends were trying to escape, got into a truck where there was even more money, and now we're being chased by both mafias that want their cash. And we were having a non-stop continual firefight all through the town. And I actually used this video game music from not video game audio from the Yakuza games to, like, you know, surprise one of the Yakuza guys because he put his gun down and they shot him. It was a weird, crazy, over the top, stupid firefight from one end to the other, and that was my dream sequence. Yes, today. So that was the dream sequence, Bob. It was crazy, over the top, fun. Bob is being a zombie. That's the plot to Fatal 5. Maybe. To Fast, that's just the plot to Fast 5. Well, I've never seen Fast 5, so wasn't that the plot to Tokyo Drift? The like spin-off show of Fast 5. So hello, Shadow. So we have another fun thing. Guess what, Bob? You're doing some reading.
Okay.
Bob, I keep telling you, man, if we're doing 2 streams, don't do that. Every time that fucks you up. That really fucks you up. Okay. We have something I sent you, Bob. It's a big news in a big way. Kurt Cobain's death was a homicide. The Daily Mail has now declared, with autopsy checks, that Kurt Cobain might have not actually committed suicide. He actually killed himself.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. That's big news. So it's a Daily Mail article. Yeah, that's a big one. So tell me when you got it up.
I have it up.
Mm-hmm.
Exclusive: Kurt Cobain's death, quote, was a homicide, end quote, as new private forensic findings question the suicide ruling.
Yep, because it's been for years people have thought Kurt Cobain. Okay, can I be on a little side tangent? For a lot of people that don't understand, isn't it funny, everyone who has legitimately fought against the music industry, every person who's had an issue with them, fought with them over money, fought with them over price, all this other side shit, has always ended up dead. Like Michael Jackson, for example. His idea for the museum and all that shit, that was like, all of a sudden, you know, he mysteriously dies, and then they sell off all the stuff that he was legitimately going to make free for everybody. Prince is another good example. He has an idea for making music more free, dead. Kurt Cobain starts talking about not wanting to do music anymore. He's done. As far as he's concerned, it's over. And there's other stuff going on in the background. Dead. But people that play along seem to have long careers, even though dubious stuff, R.L. Kelly. Anyway, just saying, There seems to be a lot there. And yeah, just saying. I'm of sound mind and body, and I do not want to harm myself. But my theory's been for a while. That was the hot water testing to see how far they can inflate money. That's my tinfoil hat on stuff. Is that because it's first started with records. Remember, to make records, to make a huge portion of records, CD-ROMs and tapes and all that shit, you're looking at 10, 20 cents to make that. Put the music on, not even less than that. Then the mass sell that for 30, 40, 15, it started first at like $5, which was reasonable. And then all of a sudden it's $10, $12. Now if you buy a CD or a case, you're looking at $25, $30. I'm just saying that at the time, and then Napster comes out, and then there's a huge freak out because it started affecting the bottom dollar. And then that's when you had the weird cases where people were getting, Napster. People were going to jail, and Napster stopped being popular, and there was still a Napster arrest for people stopped using Napster, and this shit started up. Like people were being arrested still after the fact. A little suspicious, don't you think? Just saying.
Okay.
All right, so continue on with the Kurt Cobain, Bob.
His death shocks fans and sent ripples through the music world, but decades later, Kurt Cobain's final moments are under renewed scrutiny.
Yep.
Nirvana lead singer died April 5th, 1994, at age 27, from self-inflicted shotgun wound at his Seattle home. At the time, the King's Country medical examiner ruled his death suicide by a Remington Model 11 .28 shotgun.
So, this guy apparently, somehow, with his shoes on, put a giant, large Remington shotgun. You know how big those fuckers are, right?
Go on.
And was able... What?
Go on.
Put that to him and fucking pulled the trigger. How the fuck did he do that when you can't reach the trigger? So apparently he toe shot himself. Even though the guy had his shoes on. Somehow he shot himself that way. And that's been the suspect for years. So keep going, Bob.
Now, an unofficial private sector team of forensic scientists has put fresh eyes on Cobain's autopsy and crime scene materials, bringing in Brian Burnett, specialist who previously worked on cases involving overdoses followed by gunshot trauma. Independent researcher Michelle Wilkins, who worked on the team, told the Daily Mail that after just 3 days looking into the evidence with fresh eyes, Burnett said, "This is a homicide. We've got to do something about this." He said the conclusion followed an exhaustive review of the autopsy findings, which revealed signs inconsistent with an instantaneous gunshot death. The peer-reviewed paper presented 10 points of evidence suggesting Cobain was confronted by one or more assailants who forced a heroin overdose to incapacitate him before one of them shot him in the head, placed a gun in his arms, and left a forged suicide note.
Yep. So he little backstory to this. Well, kind of explain stuff. Bob's going to go through it anyway, but I'll kind of break it down a little bit. So as it's said, as the theory goes, the actual thing is Kurt Cobain took a stupid amount of hair, 3 times the dosage of heroin. We're not talking about a guy who shot up a little. We're talking about a guy who went fucking balls to the wall in an insane amount of drugs. So this guy takes an insane amount of dosage, shoots himself up with 3 times, somehow writes a letter, a long letter, puts his drugs away, grabs a shotgun, loads the shotgun, somehow puts his shoe on after toe shooting himself, and then falls back with a shotgun in his hands. Does this not seem suspicious to you?
Suspicious. Very suspicious.
Very suspicious. Very, very suspicious.
Suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Yeah. So here's the question I ask you. Like, here's the thing. There's so many people that would want it. Like, they just made, like, I hate to say it, that made Kurt Cobain more. His death, let's be honest, his death made him more famous, not less. His shit became worth more money than it would if he had quit.
Yeah, and not to mention, I keep referencing the Kurt Cobain challenge.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, because, well, you can do it with the Remington shotgun, but, like, you have to literally use your toe, and it's, like, weird to do. It's kind of hard to do. I'm not suggesting anyone do that. I'm not going to explain how you exactly do it. So, but that's as far as I'm going. We already got...
Shit, no need. Yeah. Anybody who has access to live leaks, you'll find something.
Hey, don't. And we do not condone looking up that stuff on anything. Anyway, like I've seen people do stupid shit with guns and crossbows. Like I saw someone fucking goddamn go to load his gun before he goes to bed, and then he leaves the gun on the side. It slips over and blows a fucking hole through his pillow. Because he wanted to keep a gun loaded just in case something happened, because where he was living at the time.
Huh.
And I'm like, he goes to have a shower, and all he hears is bang. And it's like, well, that could have killed you and your wife. How about you don't aim the fucking heavy live firearm at yourself when you're fucking sleeping? Maybe keep that, a little bit away. Maybe put that on the table if you're that worried,
He keeps wanting to use the term heavy. It's funny to me.
What?
You caught yourself almost saying heavy again.
Heavy what?
A heavy firearm. The heavy gun.
I call it a heavy firearm. I call it a heavy firearm because the weight of the firearm is a little heftier than the average thing when you have a giant shotgun. Right?
No.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about for your average consumer use. Okay.
Yeah, average consumer use. Shotguns are lighter than rifles.
Okay. Well, I don't want to say deadly because I'm trying not to, Oh
no, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying it's like shotguns aren't heavy by comparison to rifles.
Continue on.
There are things in the autopsy that go, well, wait, this person didn't die very quickly from a gunshot blast, Wilkinson. I don't know why I'm starting to sound like droopy now, but pointing to organ damage associated with oxygen deprivation, the necrosis of the brain and liver happens in an overdose. It doesn't happen in a shotgun death.
So he could have been already dead and or dying.
What did this thing have a muzzle device just like that? Damn.
What?
Found at the scene, held by Detective Sinsky, who investigated Cobain's death. Yeah, it's not just the the barrel length is also a muzzle device that extends it even further.
Yep. I think it was his dad's shotgun, if I remember correctly. I don't know why Kurt Cobain would have a gun like that. Like most pop stars or most rock stars, they'll have a pistol or something like that, or something insane like Kid Rock, who has a fucking insane amount of firearms, according to a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I would say, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful piece. Unfortunate that it was accessory to the crime.
Well, anything is unfortunately to accessory to the crime. I always hate when that gun apparently sold later. Actually, from what I'm told, they apparently sold the shotgun. Yeah. Keep going, good sir.
I'd say that shouldn't be legal unless this case was reopened and the guy somehow got his hands on it from the buyer, because there's a law in America where you cannot profit off of items that were accessory to a crime.
It's been a rumor for a long time that somehow someone got their hands on that shotgun and they sold it. There's been, I don't know how truthful that is, but there's been a rumor about that for years. That someone had, like, some Saudi prince has the Kurt Cobain shotgun.
Yeah, of course, it's a Saudi prince that somehow got his hands on it. Of course,
it's either that. That's the legend. That's the legend. There's a lot of stolen merchandise that's gone MIA over the years, and that's believed that was legit there.
No, just like the paintings in the Louvre.
There's like I said, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not pointing fingers, but that's been the legend for years that some guy had that. Yeah.
Does he also have a large cat with him whenever he takes a picture?
Maybe.
Bernard. Yeah, good job, me. Yeah, nothing like that fucking caffeine crash really making me fuck up right now. I realize what it is. The coffee I had was far too rich. Ugh.
Yep. Anyway, keep going.
Burnett has decades of experience analyzing crime scenes and interpreting complex evidence. He has earned national recognition for his expert analyses in controversial cases like Marine Colonel James Sabo's death and the investigation into Billy Joe Johnson Jr. What a name. Billy Joe Johnson Jr., where his meticulous forensic reconstructions challenge official findings. A spokesman for the medical examiner's office told Daily Mail King County Medical Examiner's Office worked with local law enforcement agency, conducted a full autopsy, and followed all of its procedures in coming to the determination of the manner of death as suicide. It's a quote. Scroll. Our office is always open to revisiting his conclusions if new evidence comes to light, but we've seen nothing to date that would warrant reopening this case and our previous determination of death. End quote. Spokesperson for Seattle Police Department told Daily Mail that they are not reopening the case. Our detective concluded that he died by suicide, and this continues to be the position held by this department, the spokesperson added. Daily Mail reviewed Cobain's autopsy, which described how his body was found on the floor of the greenhouse above his garage. Examination of miscellaneous papers that left the front pocket of Cobain's jeans reveal some writing in black ink reading Remington 20 gauge 2 Tech 3/4 shells or shorter setup, light shot 10888925. The June 20th, 1994 autopsy reads, Wilkins said, "To me, it looks like someone staged a movie and wanted you to be absolutely certain this was a suicide. The receipt for the gun in his pocket, the receipt for the shells in his pocket. The shells are lined up at his feet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does have a point. It's like, why is everything so on deck and present right here?
Yeah, which doesn't make a lick of sense. And again, there's been arguments that he didn't go and buy that gun. He went and bought, that was his dad's gun. There's been fights over that firearm, and if he actually did buy it or not, and there's just so much evidence. It's like,
the placement of Cobain's hand and lack of blood splatter raises further questions. The scientist determines that if Cobain's left hand, pictured, was closest to his mouth, it should have been covered in blood.
Yep.
The area where Cobain had his hand is also clean of blood, suggesting his hand should have been covered.
Mm-hmm.
New forensic report noted that Cobain's sleeves were rolled back, and the heroin kit was found several feet away, containing cap syringes, cotton buds, and a piece of black heroin of roughly equal size. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
A piece that was, what I'm assuming is supposed to be read out to me here, is equivalent to what he OD'd on, was found feet away with all the supplies I guess you would need for a clean application, cotton wads and shit.
Yep.
I don't know how you take this shit. I ain't a fiend.
Yeah, but what makes it great is all that was put away. So this guy who just fucking gave himself an insane dosage.
Probably frothing at the mouth and shit, barely able to move. His eyes ain't working anymore. Somehow it has defined motor skills to pull this off.
Yeah. To go buy a gun.
Wait, you telling me the Holy Ghost just took him up like fucking Pinocchio with puppet strings and had him waltz on over?
I'm telling you, Bob. What am I saying? Like, the fact that they're not reopening this tells you something. That tells you something. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it's set in stone. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying if you're open for it, you'd allow it to be reopened. No, we can't do it. We don't have the money for it. Like, this is like word for word, bar for bar, a police drama about even the police trying to hide something.
Oh, yeah.
How many police dramas have you heard these lines of like, no, detective, you can't reopen the case? Why not? Nah, we don't have the money for it.
I'm just saying, just look at R.L. Kelly. Look at these individuals that legitimately, as long as they were making money, they were okay to commit these heinous crimes. Yet people all of a sudden, I don't want to be part of this industry anymore. I'm leaving, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, or maybe they want to fight for music or something or they want to fight to make stuff cheaper for the average person. All of a sudden,
I love how my interpretation of the police chief is just Joan Jameson from Spider-Man.
Yep.
Well, gotta get some Spider-Man.
I'm too busy. Gotta get them Spider-Man pics.
You can't reopen the case.
Yeah.
I need more pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, where are the pictures of Spider-Man? I don't know what to think about this. Like I said, it floors me.
We got a quote here. We're supposed to believe he capped the needles and put everything back in order after shooting up 3 times because that's what someone does while they're dying, Wilkins said. Quote, suicides are messy, and this was a very clean scene. Police are on the investigation, said Cobain. Police on the investigation said Cobain injected himself with 10 times the normal amount even a heavy heroin user would have used. Oh, okay, so yeah, they're saying is like the stuff that he was hit with is more than just even the normal, fiend on the street would be shooting up with. This is an absurd dose. The man should be comatose.
Yeah.
Cobain's autopsy showed fluid in the lungs, bleeding in the eyes, and damage to the brain and liver. These findings, according to forensics report, are unusual for quick gunshot death, but are common in deaths from heroin overdoses, which causes slow breathing and low blood flow.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, does this not look more and more suspicious?
This is very suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
The Greer is not Greer. To put it in simple terms, the area is not clear.
Yeah, no. This tells me that they don't want the fact that they don't want to reopen this years after the fact tells me that someone's still in power that legitimately does not want this getting out.
All right, open up your closet. How many bones you got in there? Not skeletons, bones. What remnants of skeletons do you have? Guarantee you got a femur that's not attached to anything anymore.
Yep. It's like I said, it's the funny thing, like I said, with the whole Call of Duty stuff. It's like you quickly find out what Call of Duty points were. And I'm like,
merely thinking about it. Yeah.
I know, right? Oh, even the more fun. Recently, apparently, they found out that there's a Poke Shop for the Pokemon online game. You know, the game where you use your cell phone to collect Pokemon? Guess where it's found? Yeah, Pokemon Go. Guess where a Poke Shop is found?
They have a Poke gym / center on the island itself, by chance.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they apparently do. What the fuck, Nintendo? I'm telling you, man. This shit is like, dude. It's sad when you think about all the conspiracy guys, and they're like, yeah, they're wrong. They're this. Like, no, they're being found out more and more true. That's scary.
I've never watched Smiling Friends at all, but have you?
No.
Okay, there was an image of the green guy where he doesn't have a head. His face is kind of like in his torso. And he's covered in medals, crowns, and has a bunch of trophies. And the quote was, conspiracy theorist in 2026.
Yep.
And what I notice about the green guy is he's like really apathetic. He's just tired of winning.
So we got ourselves something we're going to have to watch because this actually just came out, guys.
Okay.
The world owes Alan. Yeah, I guess apparently that's what I keep hearing. All right, so we have something to watch, Bob. I'm going to get it up in a sec here. Hold on. There we go. So we have a.
Oh, yep. Should I link this, or do you have the link that you could put this in the description?
It's in podcast. If you look in podcast, you'll see the very first thing that's come up.
Okay.
Do not. Hopefully, this is transformative. This is transformative. Amazon, don't copyright claim me. Do you know we got copyright claimed for the Ring commercial?
For the. Okay.
Yeah. So look at the bottom of the podcast.
Sorry, we don't want our neighborhood to turn into a dystopia.
Yeah. We don't like the idea of like people not having control of their cameras and that you're allowed to make a network of cameras. I'm not a fan of that. So, brand new Amazon TV show coming out. Officially, Spider Noir black and white teaser trailer. This is real.
They got a Noir Spider-Man?
Yep. Ready?
Spider-Man. One moment. I gotta find it. Oh yeah, look at all those missed calls.
Check out ING for the official trailer. Do not just watch our stuff. We're always about showing people stuff and then allowing them to find other stuff. This is apparently going to be on Amazon Prime starting in 3. Ready, Bob?
Get in there.
Okay. Starting.
All right, go for it.
3, 2. The Amazon Spider Noir is actually apparently coming out. So,
yeah.
Yep. We are doing that.
I'm gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want to
And
know how he keeps his hat on while he's swinging through the city, because goddamn, that hat is very stable. I'm surprised the wind is not catching that.
Yep. Well, you make
That's
the
a
hat
good
a little
hat.
tighter you make the hat a little tighter around certain things. And you have your brim up. You hold the brim up. You hold the brim down. That's what you do. So you missed the new rumor that Kurt Cobain has apparently been. They now are thinking that Kurt Cobain might have been homicide instead of suicide. And there's a lot of evidence saying that. Yeah.
I think a friend of mine was debating a friend about this. They saw a documentary and how Courtney Love was like, had something to gain and yada yada yada.
Well, isn't it funny that everybody? Just kind of side note. By the way, I'm sound mind and body. I do not want to hurt myself. Isn't it interesting that every major guy who actually could make headway in taking on the music industry, all of a sudden mysteriously, bites the big one. Like Michael Jackson
The
wants
music
to release
industry is a mob.
Yeah, no, Michael Jackson wants to make a museum of music where people can freely get music. He dies. Prince wants to do something. He dies. Kurt Cobain talked about certain stuff that he wanted to do. He all of a sudden gets suicided. I'm just saying, the guys who work in the system seem to be in the system a little too long than normal. R.L. Kelly. Just saying. P. Diddy. I'm just saying these guys that seems a little.
And we were also ragging on the local PD of the area where this detective wants to reopen the investigation, and the police are adamant on not bringing it back to light.
Oh yeah, they're like, no,
because when the Daily Mail was like saying, "So, are you going to bring it back?" They're like, "No." I feel like Joan Jameson right now, where it's like, "No, we can't do it. We need more pictures of Spider-Man. We don't have the budget to bring back this investigation. The shareholders, the public won't like it."
Yeah. I think I am more and more of the opinion I think he did. I think it was a homicide. And I think someone in power.
Everything adds up way too conveniently.
Yeah.
Because as the detective said, it's like all these pieces of evidence were laid out like it's a crime show, not like it's a suicide.
Yeah. And my theory is this. Whoever's in power is still in power long enough that they're going to wait until they die, and then all of a sudden we'll find out. I've been saying I see this way too much. I remember not too long ago, in a certain part of the world, our friendly neighborhood shadow man will know exactly who I'm talking about. Recently got all these celebrated, all these awards, all this stuff. Then 10 years later, we found out that the guy was actually like a criminal monster. It did some really horrible shit in the background that no one knew about, and had a small assortment of 1,000 victims or something along that line. So there's been some celebrated motherfuckers out there that are celebrating right to the bitter end. Like we've had a couple body counts like that, and spanning over 60 years. How many motherfuckers have been celebrated like that? And then turns out later, like look at the motherfucker from BBC. I'm telling you, my theory is someone with some real power does not want this officially found out.
Not until they pass.
Not until they pass, then we'll find out, and it'd be like, oh, this guy really did do some stuff.
Yeah, it's like, why wasn't this done sooner, huh? Oh.
Yeah.
As I'm of this opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, the big Don bites it, the big man, the head honcho. Anybody who is complacent with him running things should also be charged if they are found out to allow this thing.
Yeah, like a certain guy committed a crime recently. I'm not going to get into too much detail. I don't want to get the channel banned. But this guy committed such a heinous crime. He got busted, and the teachers in school, the guy got busted, and the teachers knew what had happened. They covered it up. I personally think those teachers should go to jail too. Damn fucking straight. Nope. If you're a power authority, you go to jail too. speaking about Doom. All the Doom
Hey,
boys.
give me a quick moment. Restroom break. I'll be right back. Keep going.
Knee Deep in the Dead, the Doom comic. Da, 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 da. By the way, this has definitely been censored. I apologize, but it has been censored a bit. I had to get it as it was. So this is gonna, the world. I still love that the world owes Alex Jones an apology. So this is the Doom comic. I don't know if you've ever seen this, DJ.
No, that one. Oh yeah, no, it is looks sick.
Yeah. They censored a little bit, and I do apologize for the censoring, but this was the only way I could get my a copy of it. This is where the infamous line, rip and tear, tear and rip. Tear, rip, and tear, rip and tear. Yeah, and he's punching
Spread
out
and
the
lube
monster.
until it fits.
Yeah. So he punched him. The berserker wore off. Change of plans, and he laughed, so he turns to run. And they're all shooting at him, and he is just. See, here's the weird thing. Okay, they censor some stuff, and then they don't censor the decapitations. I don't know who censored this, but somebody definitely did not know what the fuck they were doing. Might make light. So he starts firing his gun to make light. This is our Doom Man. Oh, groovy. After he burns, this just blows away a bunch of monsters. Oh, it's too dark in here. At this particular moment in time, I don't believe I have Heather or more deeply felt respect for any object in the universe other than this here shotgun.
Based.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants to talk about the super shotgun. No, the base pump shotgun in OG Doom, unlimited range. It never had damage fall off.
Come on, Gibby. Hey ho, I'm the boy. Packing pounds of heavenly joy, and he grabs a machine gun. No, this is good. This is a big gun. This is a big gun, but he's like, oh yeah, he just got burned by the monster, and then he annihilates the monster with the machine with the chain gun.
Oh, this is supposed to be an imp.
That was an imp. Yeah. Dance, Bone Daddy, dance. So this is just him losing his shit. That's what I love about this.
But I say I can just hear it. He gets hit by that fireball from the imp. I can just hear it.
Yeah. Well, I do, and I think you're all dead. Dead as he's just annihilating stuff. He's blowing them away. He's like putting the guns in the monsters' heads and pulling the trigger.
Yeah, good old muzzle stuff.
Yeah, now he's getting attacked by a pinky.
Pinky demon. Fucking snortling sound that they always made.
Yeah.
I have a lot of nostalgia for OG Doom. Not the Bethesda remake garbage. OG Doom.
Yeah. Get off, scum. And it's like, I love it. It's like, now I'm radioactive. That can't be good. Why can't I always find a way to safely dispose of radioactive waste at the fire?
Oh yeah, joking about how there's just waste all over the fucking place.
Yeah, I like this. The humanity, my big gun is out of bullets. I can't believe it. Better believe, soldier, as he teleports into another area. And he's just flying around, kicking stuff's ass, going for more weapons.
Nothing can beat that pixelated, smiling face of Doom Guy when you pick up a new weapon.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I got cacodemons.
Yeah. Now he's screaming "Hail to the Chief!" Like this is just blood and guts, man. As he is just tearing through everything.
They did a good
And
job translating the Doom games.
Death surrounded me, yet in my head I could hear something that sounds like angels. Lo, I have found the holy grail of firearms. And he's like loving it. My eyes can't, my eyes can't,
BFG.
but maybe the bear witness to the magistry. As I strive knee deep through all the dead, I know this can't be done. The guy's a strong, like he's got himself his big gun. And my gun is very, very large.
It's another great thing is I can look at the side profile of any gun from Doom 1 and Doom 2 and tell you what it is. Doesn't matter how pixelated it is, it's like, I know what that is.
So here's him, just this evil grin as he's blowing the monster away. And that is the Doom
I
comic.
prefer this. I much prefer our hero, the Doom Marine, over this Doom Slayer garbage, alright? I don't know what it is. There's something about just a guy. You're a Marine on Mars. Shit goes tits up. You say, fuck it. As opposed to, oh, it's a legendary Slayer. Oh, man, bah. No. I like our hero from Doom. He's just a guy. Just a dude who had a really fucking bad day.
In my opinion, he earned it. That's why he gets it. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like my thoughts have always been the guy earned the right to be called Doom Slayer. That's kind of how I look at it. What's your thoughts, DJ? Do you like the Doom guy or do you like the Doom Slayer? Which one's your favorite? If DJ's there, I think he's muted again.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
So what's your favorite?
Like,
do you like Doom guy or Doom Slayer? Which one's your fave?
Well, I mean, like, I'm totally out of loop on comics, as you know, but I mean, Doom Slayer is the guy in green, or he's in Doom Slayer is the guy in green, and Doom guy's the guy in they look the same.
Okay, so the difference.
He's also in green. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Doom guy and Doom Slayer. Okay, the difference is that the Doom Slayer is what they call the new id, a Bethesda Doom character. That's his new persona. They built a huge reputation behind him. There's like secret texts where the humans are screaming about how he's like the biggest thing since he's, oh my god, he came through the darkness and slaughtered 1,000 of us, and the demons fear the Doom Slayer.
The bite of his sword, and it was named the Doom Slayer. Honestly, the reason I don't like Doom Slayer, even if it is the same guy, it just feels like a bunch of Redditors soy hogging over how awesome this fucking character is. It's like, no, Doom guy just had a really fucking bad day and ripped some ass. That's what he did, alright?
Well, in the end,
he went on a fucking tear. To where Doom Slayer, it's like, it really feels like the MCU all over again, alright? They're trying to hype this guy up, and it's just like, stop doing that.
Yeah, I'll get a little bit more in the lore, but DJ, take it away, man. What's your thoughts, since we've kind of explained a little bit, and what's your thoughts on the Doom as a whole? Like, what were your thoughts? There's also the Doom graphic novels that exist, but we'll get into that in a second. But anyway, go ahead, DJ.
I mean, like, I never played Doom back in the day, but I did play Doom. That shit called for Nintendo Switch. I played the new one. And, I saw some Doom lore, and it looks like a post-apocalyptic world where, these satanic creatures have, like, run amok, and you gotta send these, you gotta conduct operations against them. And it takes a man of certain fortitude to do that shit. And the guy in the game I was playing, he was wearing a whole entire suit. Like, I don't think he had a face. I mean, he did it. It was under the helmet.
He had the Praetor suit, likely. If it's the one I'm thinking of for Switch, and it's not probably like an older Doom that was retrofitted for it, it's probably like Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal.
Yeah, Doom Eternal. That's the one. And I bought this multi-pack of Doom games. It's very confusing. One time I played it, and I let a coworker look at my device for a second, and I couldn't find my game save. He didn't erase it. He did nothing wrong. It was just like the way it was set up. The game was, I think, a multi-game pack. I don't know what the fudge I was playing, to be honest now. But I mean, I know it was Doom Eternal, but I think it was Doom Eternal. But like, it was just like the way the game worked was so weird. But I mean, I can appreciate the lore. I can appreciate.
Did it have that weird
in.
platforming where you had to jump to a section, grab onto a wall, climb onto it, and maybe jump to another wall?
You know, it sounds vaguely familiar. That element might have been part of it. Yeah.
That was something that was given in Doom Eternal. They didn't have that in Doom 2016.
No, Doom 2016.
But Doom 2016, I don't hate. I consider it like mid tier. I don't love it or hate it. It's kind of just like, it was
that was when you got the glory kills. That the more like determining on how you do your glory kill, you can get more armor material.
Oh, Doom Eternal pissed me off for that because it's like you have to micromanage while doing glory kills. How about you go fuck yourself and give me what I want?
Yeah, I've always been annoyed by that myself. Go ahead.
Oh, you have to cook them with a flamethrower so armor shards fall off of them. Once again, this just feels like Reddit soy pog all over again. Oh, you have to do this. You have to do it like this. Fuck you. Let me play my game.
Yeah, it stops being a game of carnage. It starts being a game of like you have to know. Okay, you suffered this much damage. You suffered that much damage. It's not a game of carnage anymore. It's not a game of violence.
Yeah,
so
it's literally just micromanaging kills at this point.
So we're going to give you a little lore of the Doom guy, because I don't know how much you know about the Doom guy, but I kind of know the lore.
Okay.
I actually had the graphic novels. There are Doom graphic novels. That's not a joke. That's a real thing. Aru says, I can relate to Bad Day starts. Yeah, we all can. Okay, so we're also going to get to the game right now, because we can get to the game. So we're going to... Well, we might stay up a little later, determining on how much... we may actually start play a little later, because I know. Unfortunately, our friend there, Logan, is going to be off today because he's not feeling too well. So I might just take up the reins a little bit. So we're going to start with Chronos Trigger again. Get up the Chronos Trigger line. And that's Project 64.
I'm noticing everybody and their mother is playing Chronos Trigger on stream. Do you think it started that trend?
I don't know why that started, but this was I just noticed that myself too.
It was kind of interesting. It's like, well, we got this person playing it, we got a VTuber playing. It's like, well, goddamn, guess everybody's playing.
I know. Like I started playing this weeks before anybody else did. So hey, so a little lore about the Doom guy. Back in the day, Doom guy was more of a, how to put it,
everyman.
Yeah, no, he was a Marine. He wasn't an everyman. No. He was a Marine. He was just a standard space Marine that at the time realized that they wanted him to go like kamikaze. Like they were going there to deal with a rebellion on a planet. I can't remember what planet. They don't really actually explain what planet. And he
Mars.
basically tells the culture, it wasn't Mars. He ends up on Mars after.
Ooh.
So he became a guy who was on a planet, was dealing with the Phobos thing after that. So basically, because of a rebellion, he chose to fight, basically turn against his soul, his guy. The problem is he went against this man a little too hard, as in he annihilated him. He punched the guy so hard he killed his commanding officer.
Yes.
Yeah, he fed him his jaw. So he ends up on Phobos.
Not to mention, I will specify there is quite a difference between the original games and the graphic novel. They try to connect the lines a little bit.
He's not wrong.
Because OG Doom, I'm about to say, like, OG Doom, it says you start off on, like, Mars. And then after the game, after you kill like the cyber demon, you teleport to Earth and realize like the hometown that you grew up in is ransacked by demons and shit. And you have one
Oh, well, it
job
was
left to
Phobos.
do.
Actually, it was
Paint the town
Phobos.
red.
It wasn't Mars, Bob. Bob is wrong completely, but that's okay.
Yeah, the chief is
Phobos.
delusional as per usual.
Do you want me to look up the lore? I can look up the lore. They changed the lore
Do it.
after. Okay.
Do it.
All right. Got to pause it. I will Google this right now. You do not end up on Mars right away. You end up on Phobos, a moon next to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. The original Doom instruction manual. I'm actually getting the PDF. We were actually trying to get the original PDF for it. Because there actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hold on.
I'm about to say, it fucking better be. I remember that original book that had all the stats.
Oh,
enemy health per level.
I have one right now. I'm just looking at it right now. I'm getting it as we're talking. We need to make sure I got it. Okay, that looks like a original. Yes, that is. Okay. All right. So I got it, and now I'm just going to. Got to copy it. Got to go to downloads. Got to go to downloads. Doom PDF. Scan. There are multiple versions of this, but I believe this is the OG one. How am I going to do this? Oh, there we go. Pastor General. Okay, that should easily scan in. Hopefully. I believe that is the original, and that should pull up in general now. Doom PDF. Dobby downloads Doom PDF.
Let's take ourselves a wee look-see.
Hold on. I will get it now. I am just going to take a couple seconds. All right, go to downloads. Doom PDF. There we go. We have ourselves a Doom PDF. All right. Now we will activate Doom PDF.
Story so far, page 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the PDF. Hold on a second.
I already have it open.
No, I know. I'm trying to get the PDF to open up on the actual live stream. Okay, sorry for page. Please don't make illegal copies of this Okay, sorry. So you are a Marine, Earth's tar. 3 years.
Toughest, hardest in combat and trained for action. 3 years ago, you assaulted a superior officer for ordering his soldiers to fire upon civilians. He and his body were were shipped to Pearl Harbor while you were transferred to Mars.
Yes, but you were
transferred to Mars, home of the Union Aerospace Corporation.
Yeah, of Mars and one of its 2 moons. That's where you were. That's where you debated. You're basically on Phobos. You start on Phobos.
Another conglomerate with radioactive waste facility on Mars and its 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos, with no action of 50 miles. See, it says Mars and its 2 moons. Mars and moons.
But if you start the game, where do you start? You start right on Phobos. You start on Phobos. You're not on Mars. I'll put money on that.
It's used remote facilities on Phobos Deimos to conduct various secret projects, including research for interdimensional space travel. So far, they have been able to open gateways between Phobos and Deimos, throwing a few gadgets, one or two of them. Recently, however, gateways growing dangerously unstable, military volunteers entering them disappeared or been stricken with strange forms of insanity, babbling vulgarities, bludgeoning anything that breathes, and finally suffering an untimely death, a full-body explosion. Latest military reports. Mars received a garbled message from Phobos. We require immediate military support. Something fragging evil is coming out of the gateways. Computer system has gone berserk. The rest of incoherent. Soon afterwards, Deimos simply vanished from the sky, so Deimos doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Since then, attempts have established contact with the moon have been unsuccessful. You and your buddies, the only combat troops of 50 miles, were sent up pronto to Phobos. You were ordered to secure the perimeter. While the rest of the team went inside, so for hours, your radio picked up sounds combat, guns firing, men yelling orders, screams, bones cracking, and finally silence. Seems your buddies are dead. You started on Mars, and then end up on Phobos.
Okay, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I am hardcore on this shit, alright? I am hardcore on this. I will get technical as fuck. I am that petty.
Okay,
We're both
no,
right.
no, you're right.
But we started on Mars, and then you went to Phobos.
Yeah, but you play the game on Phobos. Like, that's where the game starts.
I just needed to hammer that out. I know my tism was like, but it's like, you start on Mars. That I'm 100% sure of.
Again? Yeah, okay. Yeah, but you start the game.
But either way, go ahead. I realized I did this because I needed this to be hammered out. But
no, you
yeah,
did good. That's fine, Bob. I'm okay with that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
I know. But go ahead.
So the main character is now, at this point, our little friend Doom guy. So he goes and fights his way all the way into Hell. And then after Hell, he kind of ends up on Earth after the fact. And he finds out they killed his little bunny buddy. They kill his buddy, his rabbit Daisy. Not exactly a good thing to kill Doom Guy's rabbit. Like they purposely,
especially after he sent the jaw into the brain core of his commanding officer.
Yeah, not a good idea. Like he killed, according to the novels. So I'll have to look at the novels again because I think it actually does explain. Like, yeah, he was on Phobos all along, but that could be a novelization, which Bob could be right. But anyway, it doesn't really matter one way or another. So now that he's done this, ends up after killing all the monsters, saving the day. They start fucking around on Mars again, I think, I think they start the problem on Mars next. And once they start that problem on Mars, that's when stuff gets even worse because now the Doom guy has to go back to Mars, and he starts feeling the energy of Hell kicking in, and that's where Doom 64 starts. And when Doom 64 starts, he kicks off hard, DJ. This is a guy who snapped. He just his mind. Like,
he had that anime moment where the camera is like right up to his face, where the eyes look split apart like fish eyes.
Yeah. He starts going insane. Like he just loses his brain. Like he starts laughing maniacally when he realizes what's happening. He has gone. And then when he realizes that they're just going to keep opening gates, he decides, okay, they're going to keep opening gates. Well, I'm going to just stay here now. He decides to stay in Hell. He's made a choice that his new home is Hell.
And scour the umbral plains for the Dark Lords who have wronged him.
Fast forward 1,000 years.
Ooh.
They start up a new Mars base. They start opening portals again.
I shit you not, Doom 2016 is just a rehashing of the first Doom because you are back on Mars.
Why did they open portals? Why would you want to open the gates to Hell?
It's not
human
the idea.
progress and technology and science.
Okay,
Shit.
technology. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they realize it's a parallel universe without realizing what's in said parallel universe.
Well, it's the potential. It's the potential. There's so much energy that comes from hell, not realizing that hell itself is a corrupting force that basically creates more hell. And also, there's evil angels and other entities in Doom 2016 shit that kind of verifies, oh yeah, they want to open gates to the Nether Realm because, hey, why not?
Yeah, the energy that hell produces is given the name Argent energy. And yeah, very powerful source. God damn, you can power a fucking city with just one little core of it, but that core has a tendency to change the landscape around it, make it a little more fleshy, and turn it into a gore nest, which thus opens a portal, thus allowing more shit to get out.
Yep.
And
So
on top of that, the UAC also experimented with demons such as the Mancubus.
Yeah, I agree.
And they realize injecting demons with Argent energy does make them extremely powerful, but extremely unstable. And then they eventually either turn into gore nest or die. Like, just die on the spot. Because it's just too much. They OD on hell energy.
Yeah, so they're constantly trying to fuck. It's basically stupid. It's a very, very stupid thing. And
don't get me started on that robot doctor guy who's science. But science. That's his only argument, but science.
So hell inevitably, because of this, if we can't count Doom 3, because Doom 3 technically is a completely different story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's not a really good Doom game.
Yeah, Doom 3 is a complete different story that incorporates other different stuff. It gets really stupid as time goes on. And if you believe the lore of Doom 3 is basically them changing the story completely and ruining the story in a large portion. It's really kind of stupid. I don't want to fight two of these things. Oh well. It's funny how Doom slowly shifted the story arc as time went on. And then, like I said, then the Doom guy became the ultimate defender and destroyer of, like, goodness.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't get me started on the weird-ass fucking Templar Crusader guys, where it's like, oh my god. Yeah. They unironically took the scene from Avengers Endgame. They wanted to Marvel the shit out of that. Yeah. So bad.
So Doom... Yeah, that's when Doom Eternal kind of kicks off. And Doom Eternal is this brand new story arc, which no one seems to like from what I've gotten. Like the funny thing is, it was liked now, but now the story's kind of like... It's weird how fans of Doom kind of have this weird 50-50 with it. They either love it or hate it. They love the game, but they don't care about the story. Or it's vice versa.
Yeah, for me, I think the story shit. I don't like the gameplay of Doom Eternal. I don't like having to swap through my entire arsenal of weapons. Let me have something I like to use, please. Thanks.
Well,
I don't want to micromanage spraying a guy with a flamethrower so I can get armor chunks. Fuck you.
Apparently, they fixed that, according to from people I've talked to. Like, apparently, the brand new Dark Age is they fixed that completely. But apparently they went back to the power fantasy. You don't need to constantly do that. You do need to use your shield to dodge and parry, but your shield's a constant item.
The bumper cars.
Yeah.
And the glory kills apparently have to be set up in a certain way where sometimes you got to come in from the air. And it's like, no, man, bring back all the glory kills from every angle, including air.
Yep.
I don't want to have to jump in the air to execute a giant wolf mount or whatever the fuck. I want to be able to rip his jaw off while I'm on the ground. Fuck you.
Yeah. And then he they have powered him. They've power scaled him more than Thor, I think. Just like not being a joke, but that's an actual. I actually feel like because Thor's power scaling is so stupid in the Marvel comics at this point. I would actually go as far as saying Thor is so powerful, Like him taking out Wonder Woman. Okay, probably. Him taking out like, everyone else in the DC universe. Yeah, pretty much. It's not even fucking close.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's not
the
even
only
close
person
anymore.
Thor is gonna have to look out for is Frank Castle.
Yeah, well, that's only because Frank Castle will kick his ass just because it's Frank Castle.
Yeah, it's because Frank Castle's a fucking unit, alright? Frank Castle is Doom Guy of the Marvel Universe.
I would even go as far as saying, can I be honest? I'll even go as far as saying I don't think Thor would survive Frank Castle. I think Thor would kick Frank Castle's ass. And that's like saying Frank Castle versus Superman,
I understand, but still, it's Frank Castle.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The moment you
I'm one of
give
those
Frank
guys
Castle the same power level as any of the other goons he fights, or give him enough equipment to take him down, oh yeah, Frank Castle's gonna get the fucking job done.
Yeah, but you have to have that ability to get that type of gear, and the problem is Thor's just broken at this point. He's a damn near
And also,
the
what would cause Frank Castle to go after Thor genuinely?
Well, no, he's the god of gods now. I don't know if you know what's gone on with Thor. Thor's literally murdered.
Oh no, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Thor has killed Galactus and is now the All-Father.
Huh.
So not only does he have the Odin Force, which makes him even more powerful, which he already is broken to begin with.
So he has Odin Force plus Power Cosmic.
Yes, because he just killed Galactus, and most recently.
Well,
he is. There is nobody more powerful than him right now in the universe at this moment.
Fair enough.
In the DC and in the Marvel universe, I think he's more powerful. He just showed up.
Hey, ours.
Welcome,
mate, Chief.
Yeah.
Thor has he got Superman, so if that doesn't show he's strong, I don't know what does.
Thor
that kind of is Superman himself. Is like he's always strong enough for the plot.
Yeah, but Superman, I don't think could win that fight against Thor right now.
Yeah.
I don't think Thor can. I don't think. I like even world killing Hulk couldn't fucking take on Thor now. I think he's beyond everything. Like I don't know what the game plan was making him this powerful.
I don't know. By the way, my big issue with Doom Eternal and Dark Ages, and to an extent 2016, it feels like they Blizzardified a lot of the shit.
They
if
did.
That makes any sense. Where
yeah, I get what you're saying.
All the art designs is they have these harsh edges. Like it's supposed to be hardcore metal, but it has cartoonish fucking proportions to everything. And I can't take it seriously for the life of me. It's like, look how cool it is! Yeah, I see you're really trying to look cool. Can you stop?
Yeah,
you're trying so fucking hard. Stop it.
Yeah, I agree. It's gotten that silly at this point.
That's what I mean when I say Blizzardified. Is they are trying so fucking hard to make it look cool. But it's just, let it be.
Yep, I agree. We're at weird silliness at this point. We are getting to that.
Oh, dude, the same thing happened with one of the 40k miniatures I looked at. The new Defiler does not look like a Defiler for the Chaos Space Marine roster. It looks like they Blizzardified some demon engine from Diablo.
Look at the toys recently. Like, look at what's coming out recently for like everything looks like it's from Blizzard lately. Yeah.
Agreed, yeah. And you look at all the Chaos models and everybody's all shiny and happy for some fucking reason. Like, whatever happened to the fucked up scarred face that Chaos Marines had?
Yeah, they used to be unique, and now we're not really dealing with the uniqueness of these units anymore. They've really shifted, and I didn't think we'd ever see this level.
Chief, I shit you not. It's the thing that we keep bringing up with people don't play elves, they don't play tieflings, they don't play orcs. They just play humans in funny hats. That is literally what has happened. It's just the same Space Marine, different armor. Different armor and different cause. Yep. But it's the same fucking guy. It's just Carl. You know, it's just fucking Carl wearing a different outfit.
Yeah, I agree. No one wants to do the role play anymore. I don't know what else to say. I agree with you. It's just gotten silly now.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying with also the art design, where the guys don't look unique. It's just a guy who looks the same as the other side. No scars, no horns, no fucked up face, no razor teeth, nothing. It's just Carl the Space Marine wearing a different armor.
Yeah, they used to have this cool like thing they did. I know, I agree with you, and it's just not there anymore.
Motherfuckers used to look like metal album covers walking out.
Yep. Well, we are kind of losing that, aren't we? At this point, like a lot, like I'm noticing
everything feels soft.
Yeah, compared to what it was.
It feels safe, and I hate it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Anybody else agree with that? Like everything that used to be hardcore metal as fuck is just it feels safe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little too safe. Yeah.
I feel like we're just getting to that point where it's just like I want the more extreme, and we're not getting that more extreme that we used to get. I don't know. I guess it's just the way things are going lately, and I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna ever see we're ever gonna see a return to form that we used to see back in the day.
I hope we do.
Like,
once everything settles.
The age of old school Conan the Barbarian, like the old school Conan the Barbarian art, where it was like the half naked chick and the super buff Conan with his body just like blazing out, and you're just like, God damn,
That art style is kind of a lost art as well, because it was an artist who perfected his craft and used his wife as a model. And it was hand painted. Nobody does anything by hand anymore, I swear. Everything's usually like their easel is an iPad. It's very rare to find somebody who does a physical medium nowadays.
Yeah, it is. It really has become that bad. And it's sad, because if you think about it, we really have lost something by that existing the way it is now.
Come back, Bob Ross. Come back.
He's dead, sorry.
We need you. We need him.
We do. I agree. I think it's sad that we've lost Bob Ross.
Oh my God, there's a rap song my friend plays like Bob Ross, Bob Ross. I can't sing the song, but it's a great song. And he has a Bob Ross emoji on his members emojis that looks really funny. I use it to represent my.
But do you know they still actually, not joking, you can still watch art like in old episodes of Bob Ross on YouTube, and it's free.
Oh, you can watch it on. They got Pluto TV. They got a Bob Ross channel on Pluto.
Well, they have a Bob Ross channel on YouTube. Like he legitimately, Bob Ross wanted it that way. Like Bob Ross apparently wanted it that way, and that's.
Well,
like
One thing, Chief, that might be of concern to you. His son has every right to use the Ross name on his stuff, right? If he draws art, he can use the Bob Ross signature or his Ross signature. Yes or no? Does he have merchandising rights?
Yes, he does.
Not. That's the irony.
I agree with you.
Documentary is called like. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought
it's bullshit.
I apologize.
No, I agree with you. Bullshit. That's absolutely.
If you're talking from the legal standpoint, technically yes. Should he though? Yeah.
I think he should. He has every right if he wants to make Bob Ross stuff. Yeah. I just know
let
Bob
your father's
Ross
dream still be around,
Yeah. His father's dream was always, people loving, learning, and enjoying art. So to me, it's a hard sell to see someone try to sell anything else that is Bob Ross art or items of Bob Ross without the love of the art that he had put in, his own joys.
I get what you're saying. Even against the wishes of his mentor, Bob Ross's teacher was not fond of him sharing the artwork because he saw it as, an attack on his art style. Was it the oil on oil style? But no,
Yeah.
Bob Ross genuinely just wanted to share his mastery and pay homage to his teacher.
Yeah.
But I don't think his mentor understood that.
No, I don't think his mentor did. I don't think his mentor cared either. But that was just who Bob Ross was. Bob Ross was a man who liked seeing people do stuff, and I respect Bob Ross for who he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think he was former Air Force too.
He was.
Yes, he was.
That he was.
He was a drill sergeant. He was a drill sergeant. He said he hated yelling at people.
Oh my god, I can picture him like, oh, that's a happy mistake.
That's a happy mistake. Down, give me 20, Private. Actually, I don't even know what their
Give
lower.
me 50.
I don't even know what the ranks are for the lower enlisted in the Air Force. So it wasn't my branch.
Yeah, he was.
Airman. It was like junior airman or whatever the fuck.
I like the Space Force. They call them angels.
I love it.
No matter
I love
what, I will always make fun of the Space Force over the Chair Force, man. Until we actually legit get a fucking Star Destroyer, I'm gonna make fun of you every day that I can. Get that Star Destroyer. Get there. Now. I want to see the USS Enterprise up in space.
We were close,
Same.
Joe. Back in the 80s, the Air Force had facilities built in Vandenberg Air Force Base called SLC Shuttle Launch Complex, or SLIC. And the plan was to, launch like those types of missions involving the space shuttle. But of course, we discussed Challenger last week, and it not only ended the era where your teacher would show you a space shuttle launch in school because they were afraid they'd be showing you a massacre, but it also ended the era where we would see airmen on a space shuttle doing their thing. I mean, occasionally they would do like a satellite launch or some kind of spy satellite, but generally speaking, DoD payloads were no longer put on the space shuttle after that point in time, which is kind of messed up. Is the space shuttle was literally designed the way it was because of the military's requirements. In order for them to get any money from the military to fund the space shuttle research and development, they needed to meet those requirements, and they did it. And then they ended up making something that was maybe hard to sustain economically and safely, and then they were stuck with that for their exploration going forward.
Yep.
I was like, speaking of Bob Ross, that has to be easily one of my favorite episodes of the Boondocks. Is when they have like a reference to Bob Ross where Riley gets an art teacher.
Well, they had a lot of respect. Like the creator had a lot of respect for Bob Ross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he thought he was a good man. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. That thing was taking forever to kill. Finally done. No, I think Bob Ross was a cool character, and I like Mel Blanc was another one I absolutely loved as a guy from back in the air. There's so many guys that just floored me that we just really didn't have the love that we could have had for them. And that they like Mr. Rogers. So I have so much respect for Mr. Rogers, especially because in Mr. Rogers, the song there. I don't know if we ever brought it up, but apparently there's over like 1,000 different versions of the "Welcome to My Neighborhood." You know how the guy would play the jazz music in the beginning. Apparently that was different every time.
Oh, they played it like in real time.
Yes.
Like it wasn't a tape. Someone was playing the piano.
Yes.
Was it Fred Rogers playing the piano?
No, it wasn't Fred Rogers,
Wait,
but it was a well-known friend of his that apparently did that.
That's so cool.
I know, right? That's fucking neat. Respect the man, man. I respect the man. Okay, so I'm gonna take Chronos out because this is gonna be a pain in the ass fight, and I'm gonna need Robo just for the healing. I need that healing like you would not fucking believe coming up. This is gonna be a lot of healing. Because when we fight the big boss here, we're gonna fight the Queen coming up, and it's either soon or very shortly. Do we have to fight another Damn it! Yeah, we gotta fight one more of these little bastards. Here we go. Fight a Lavos. Right? Yep, got to fight a Lavos. Bow now now. 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 Another one. We're getting close. She's trying everything to stop us at this point. She's like warping in frickin' Lavos larvae. She's scared. She senses fear. Come on, you. Give me my... There we go, Marie. There's our twin charm. Bam. And Robo. Do your Urzaroth punch. We're almost at a point now where I'm just going to be looking for elixirs and mega elixirs to keep going. Like, I'm at this point, it's all about maxing this out, which will be fun to do. I might even give Robo the combat thing to get the bonus, because he's going to be needing it. I think it's dead. Usually when it does this, I think it's dead. Yeah, boom. Dead. I think. Nope, not yet. Coming up. So I'm either going to give him the silver stud or I'm going to give him the chaos thing, so he's just constantly attacking. Could be a great way to do it. This thing's a little stronger than your average Lavos spawn. Oh, come on, die. So we got haste helmets. We got lots of gear. Like my next playthrough of this game, if we ever do live stream the next playthrough to this game, it will be rather interesting to watch me kind of blaze through the enemies, because everyone will have a haste helmet. Everyone will have the best gear in the game. It'll be kind of broken. There we go. Done. Okay, so next. We want that 100% charm. That's going to be the trick here. And then we go back. We're going to use a shelter because we're going to be a little lazy and keeping an eye on the time, because this won't go. I don't know. You guys want to go later? We can go later tonight, because I know Logan's not going to be on tonight. Unfortunately, he's feeling sick. But I could always go to another game instead of just running this one nonstop. I know DJ's got a live stream tonight. What are you doing tonight, DJ? What's your game plan for tonight?
It's funny. I was just contemplating that, and well, we got a couple of things on the docket. I was about to start writing down, and one of the things that I just thought about adding to the docket was optimizing performance of DaVinci Resolve, the editing software, because I had to actually spend yesterday doing that, and I succeeded. But more importantly, I took delivery of a book from Amazon. And it is basically a book that rides on the back of Clint Eastwood's work on the movie Letters from Iwo Jima. The book is titled Picture Letters from the Commander-in-Chief by Tadamichi Kirabayashi, edited by some guy named Yoshida. And basically, this is cool because it's a picture book. Because when General Kirabayashi was a captain and he visited the United States in 1928, from 1928 through 1930, he went from California to the Grand Canyon to D.C. to Boston. Then he stayed in Buffalo, New York a little while, and went a few other places. He did a big-ass road trip. He saw a lot of the U.S., part of his study, because that's something you did when you graduated from the Japanese military college. And they only sent, I think 4 people to the U.S. They sent most of them to, places like Germany and stuff like that. So maybe they sent more people here. More people in the chain of command would have understood that this was an unwinnable war. And Kiribayashi understood this, and why Kiribayashi is an important figure, and why I'm so bent on sharing his story, and have even read some of his letters to his wife, because that was another book I bought on Amazon. This one has pictures in it, because when he was in the U.S. in 1928, his son was only 3 years old, so he wanted to send something back that his wife could read and pictures that his son can see, even though he didn't know how to read English yet or Japanese yet, you know. And in later letters, his son is writing back, and he's actually giving the son corrections and stuff on his writing, you know, just like helping him out, you know, not being a dick, just being like, oh yeah, this might be a more appropriate word, or, you know, did you learn this word yourself, or is this just like from the propaganda, you know, like, but it's really interesting. But Kiribayashi was a unique figure because while he commanded the garrison at Iwo Jima, he was not a bonsai charge zealot. In fact, he put a moratorium on bonsai charges, but this man, he did his job really well. He made us pay for every inch of that island, and he didn't do it out of malice. He did it out of duty. He did it out of love for his family. He basically, in his letters, you see, for example, him saying, wanting his wife, you know, to leave Tokyo soon, because basically, in so many words, once we get defeated here on Iwo Jima, those bombing raids will intensify, because that was the whole prize there, was we take Iwo Jima, we got an airfield between Saipan and Tokyo, and this saved a lot of American lives, because when you get a bomber that's damaged, or the early B-29s tended not to be super reliable, it was good to have an island between those 2 points where you can put down. So bottom line is, yeah, like this guy, unique. Like I know we always hear people bitch and moan about the war crimes of the Japanese. Kiribayashi is not that guy. And he's the kind of guy who literally would bring fruit baskets to the hospital of soldiers who were wounded in battle, just to give you guys an idea of the kind of man he was. So yeah, I'm going to share that. I'm going to share some editing stuff. And then I'll probably just play around in space, or play Beam NG Drive, because I just love driving cars off ramps.
Well, they also, I don't know, I know No Man's Sky just had a huge update. Actually, a friend of mine's been suggesting I go.
I'll make sure I'll go to Steam and I'll update Steam. Thanks. Okay, that's because you know, that game I love, because I bought it for $25 after everyone was bitching about it, because they paid $40 for it and were disappointed. I paid $25. At that point, the expectations only, you know, you start with low expectations, and anything you see is better, right? You know, so that was my experience in No Man's Sky. So while is it a great game? I mean, you know, half the planets are the same, right? It's like just different variations of procedurally generated shit. But it's still fun. You know, the only thing I don't like about No Man's Sky is that you can't fly into the sun. But I get it. That's just the nature of a skybox.
Yep. Let's go Dino Tail. Yeah, let's do Dino Tail.
Unless they added that to the update, maybe you could fly into the sun now.
Let me read that.
Yeah, other people have liked it, and that's something I've been looking into myself. I have a love-hate relationship with that game. I don't know why I didn't get into it. I just did not get into it. Like, everyone told me, play it. So I finally played it because it was on sale for $16. I'm like,
$16.
I don't know. I got bored. You know what it was? It was when it started base building, and the base building was pissing me off. That's when I stopped. That's when I kind of got bored.
I got you. Yeah, you got to get all these fucking resources, and you got to mine shit. And one time I got stuck on a planet. I ran out of fucking
like that. The problem is I just in my theory, in my thought process, I just want to play Minecraft at that point. All right, I got to use the facilities, boys. I'll be back. No, that's just. I'm sorry. Minecraft. I can do so much more in Minecraft so much faster, and it's just like that's kind of my theory. I'm very
yeah, that's fair. One of my good friends plays Minecraft, and he was showing me how you can harvest the zombies and then use them for certain resources. So he created a facility where it's always nighttime inside, so the zombies are like walled off and they don't attack you, but you can still kind of like, you know, collect zombies and then convert them into
is
meat.
it the fall trap thing? Where it's like a dark room at the top, but then they follow so many blocks and it's just enough to kill them? Or leave them at like one hit?
Yeah, no, it's like something like that. I think that's what it was. It was like a place where they would fall into a pit, or there would be like an awning or something, you know, some shit like that.
But yeah, if you play your cards right, you don't even have to go to the Nether. So I don't know. I've been wanting to get back into No Man's Sky, but at the same time, I'm like, ugh. You know, because it was like, now I got to travel to another planet. Now I got to travel to another planet. I'm like, you know, it gets to that
point.
I said,
I don't mind flying to other planets, but if I want to fly near a star, like I see a star in the star system, I should be able to like go near the star and see a big fiery surface and like have my ship warn me that it's gonna get cooked.
My friend said that you can build Gundams, so I'm like,
What? Yeah,
maybe.
you got me now.
Yeah.
Maybe. Shit.
Yeah,
I
because
don't really like
apparently they have a
attention span like
brand
that.
new. They have a brand new like you could build walkers and shit. I don't know. Apparently, there's something brand new from what he told me, and I went, "What?
I don't
Really?"
think it's Gundams. It's more like flatbeds and rigs, like a garbage truck on legs. From what I've seen, I haven't touched it yet.
I don't know. Like I said, like that caught my
I
attention.
think the
That
most
caught
you
my
could probably make out of it is probably a gun tank.
Yeah.
Because they do have track options, and you could probably make it tall enough with some things that look like cannons.
Yeah, but like that got my attention because that was my biggest pet peeve with the game Subnautica. Like it took forever to get yourself to your first sub. Like it took hours and hours and hours, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't just steal. I can't just steal shit from the fucking ship and just build my own fucking submarine.
Yeah, after you fix the radioactive hazard, I don't see why you can't start, taking piece parts from this wrecked hull.
Yeah. So here we go. Final battle with the
I would have
queen.
gotten myself. I would have made myself a plasma cutter and started, not taken away from the bottom, but where all the crew cabins and shit are. Yeah, I'd start stripping those rooms for materials.
Oh yeah.
So here we go. We're first fight with Queen.
Smoking like a true merchant marine, Bob.
Yeah.
Or salvaging.
What can I say? I enjoy salvaging a lot of things. And in order to salvage properly, you must know what will not take away from the structural integrity from what you're scrapping from. So not so it won't be there, not so you won't get crushed while you're scrapping. That's a lot of mass that you're messing around with.
So we're at Zeal finally, and the game plan with Zeal is very simple. My goal now is to rob from this bitch over and over and over again. This is going to be this isn't a boss battle. This is a robbery. And I've turned the gun sideways. It's a kill shot, guys. It's a kill shot. It's a kill shot. He turned the gun sideways.
Kill shot. Everybody get down. Everybody get down.
It's kill shot.
It reduces its accuracy by the maximum, but if it hits, the person will have to roll a death saving throw. It's like a called shot.
Yeah. Buddy of mine actually had that rule for crossbows in his D&D thing. If you turn the gun sideways, it gives you a huge negative, but on the plus side, you get this big fucking thing on the side.
Yeah.
I have some friends that add some weird stuff to stuff.
If I cast a spell sideways, do I also get a kill shot? Magic missile if I turn my hand sideways.
Another thing he loved to do, and you might like this as a joke. He had the drow. They started eating a lot more chicken after a certain point in doing the watermelon thing. You know how I joked about I want to do that? He actually did. They grow watermelons in the Underdark now.
The Undermelons.
He actually did it. I didn't do it. I thought that was a little too much. He went, you know what? I'm doing that.
It's always something like that ends up happening. Because in the process of not stepping on somebody's toes, they end up doing something that really steps on somebody's toes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying your buddy was doing that, but it's like these companies that try to do things all nicey and everything, they even have their little developer group go through the ropes, and it's like, oh, will this go through? Maybe, but what if people get offended? Oh, that sounds nice. And then the thing that sounds nice is actually really fucking racist. Really fucking racist. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you know what makes me laugh about it is it's this mentality of greed. Like, you're going to get more people if you do this. No, you already have the max capacity because there's only so much money to go around. There's only so many people that are going to enjoy your work. For example, recently a card games that a certain man we know ended up going MIA because apparently, from what he told me, as the words were told to me, this guy, unfortunately, they just went and broke into their main warehouse and stole a bunch of cards. And I'm like, okay, but here's the problem. Sure, you're going to try to sell those cards at a max price. You're not going to make people happy that way. They're just not going to do it. And inevitably, those numbers, the more you do that over and over and over again, the more people get pissed off, the more those numbers shift, and the more it just becomes a worst case scenario. So I just kind of laugh at this mentality of these people who have this stupid idea that they can just constantly step on other people over and over and over again. I'll never understand the logic. I will never ever understand. I might have just killed myself, by the way, because I was waiting for that. I might get lucky. Cure touch. Whew, that came close. Okay. If she had done a second, if she had followed up, that would have been instant death. But no, just like it's just this level of greed that we're seeing in society now that I've just never. It's like not catch it. It's not catch one. It's catch all. It's like no, there should never be a catch. Like there should never be a catch one. Okay, someone just died. Healing beam. See that it's all it takes is that second follow up. You got to watch out because if she does a major follow up, it's over.
Oh, no.
There we go.
How will they survive?
Constantly keeping Robo active for a heal beam. That's how you stay alive. Just heal beam, just over and over and over again. And then when I get a chance, maybe do a cure touch if I can get a shot off. Yeah, okay, cure touch. Triple attack. Just always keep Robo active. Never use them, just keep them active. That's why I was debating about using the counter strike on him, but I'd rather have a gold stud. Because gold stud guarantees a 75% magic thing. So even though I'm casting spells that would do that would like suck up my MP, my magic points, it doesn't even come close. There's my Mega Elixir. So probably I'm going to waste a Mega Elixir almost instantly in this fight. This is going to be like the first thing I do the second this dumb gets her superpower. How often do you get to fight a ship? So yes, this is a 3-stage fight. Ain't that fun? Come on. There we go. Triple charge. I'll leave the heal beam, but I am going to use the full... yeah, let's get a Hyper Ether off on Ala. Yeah, this fight was going to be a bastard, and I knew it was going to be a bastard. So I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, heal up. And wait. Like, if I was going full bore, this would be a Chronos fight. And it would be Chronos, Mera, and the other character there. Chronos, Marine, and Myral and Robo would be my thing if I wanted to go full bore. Yeah, I know it still stands, but I don't care. It's all about the heal. See, like, look at how much my heal beam is. It's 1 point of mana. So I have 63 times I can cast a 1 point of mana spell. Wonder why I have Gold Stud on him right now instead of Chaos Attack. But no, it's funny though with the Doom Guy stuff. It's just amusing how they just kept shifting the shifting the ball with Doom guy. Like he has become more interesting in some ways because of his like change, but in other ways it's just like, what was the game plan here with the franchise? Because the franchise now is completely off the rails. Like, it's nowhere near what it used to be at this point. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Is like they're just trying to turn it into the MCU at this point. It's so dumb. Stop trying to make everything Marvel.
Yeah. I wonder, like I said, there's a rumor that they're going to do another Duke Nukem game that's coming out, and apparently Bethesda got the rights. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but if there's truth to that, how do you make another Duke Nukem game that how do you change that?
I would say I don't think they'd be able to do it in this era because Duke Nukem was crass. That's what I liked about the guy. He was a fucking dickbag.
No, they did a brand new Samurai Warrior, a Shadow Warrior game, and that was crass as fuck.
You want some wang?
You want some wang?
Yeah, that is true. They did do Shadow Warrior. I would say please do Duke justice because I grew up with Duke Nukem. And that most recent one that came out, Duke Nukem Forever, was such a fucking disappointment.
It was.
That shit made me so sad.
It did. It made me sad too, Bob. You weren't the only one. You weren't the only one that was just like going, man, what'd they do to you? Like took the the weird thing is they took the perversion stuff and then they amped it by 50, which I thought would make a lot of people happy. But it's like, no, that didn't. That just made people mad. Like, people got
It wasn't implemented well.
It wasn't
the same
implemented
thing
well.
where when I say like Blizzardified, they tried way too hard to make everything hit, like joke after joke after joke. It's like, stop.
Yeah.
Let it hit.
Yeah, I guess.
Let it settle.
Yeah, I guess so. That's basically how this went. The thing has so much hit points. That's what always drives me nuts about this.
Not to mention, was it scene number 2 is literally a strip club? Like, just straight up. It's like, oh, well, damn, okay, shit.
Scene number 1 is a straight, like, it's like, there's nothing wrong with doing that stuff. There's nothing wrong with doing the strip club.
Normally, you'd expect to work towards it. Like, I don't know, Dr. What's... Is it Robotnik? No, not Robotnik. Not Robotnik. No, that's Sonic. Fuck. Fuck. What was that cyborg's name? Who created like the pigmen and shit?
I know. I'm waiting. I know, but I'm gonna see how long.
No.
I'm leaving you.
No, you son of a bitch. From Duke Nukem. I can't remember his name. Fuck. Wasn't Hexus, no.
Dr. Proto?
I can't remember his name. I remember what he looks like.
Does he look red? Dr. Proton?
He has a red hot arm blade that he likes to slash with.
Well, there you go, Dr. Proton.
Dr. Protos, I believe, is his name.
Checking. That doesn't sound right. Protos doesn't sound right. It was something sharp and grandiose, I remember.
Dr. Proton. Yes, it was Dr. Proton.
Really? Dr. Proton?
It was Dr. Proton.
Damn, okay.
I looked it up. Yeah. He called himself Dr. Proton.
By the way, I don't remember where I was going.
But there's another doctor here.
Yeah. Was there another doctor? Because I only knew Dr. Proton.
It was like this cyborg. I think it was like not Hexus, but it was something else.
That's Dr. Proton.
Dr. Proton and Dr. Valencia. So the Valencia's a girl.
Yes, Dr. Valencia was the girl. He's talking about the cyborg guy that was Dr. Proton. And then there's like the female chick. I can't remember her name now from the other franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Second
the point I was gonna make, but
third boss time.
Oh, okay, yeah. The thing I was gonna make is like you go to the strip club, you're outside, but then Dr. Proton sends like a giant robot cyborg thing to fucking destroy it, and now you're on a revenge quest.
So
something to try and fuck with Duke's ego would be something that Proton would do.
yeah. So here we go, the final boss of the ship. Now here's the great thing: you don't just fight the ship, you don't just fight the person, the demonic machine. You fight the actual ship itself. Now you are fighting the ship at the end of this game.
Oh damn!
Yep. Well, one of the ends. Technically, you can make it the end of the game, but I'm not going to, of course, because I'm going to go a little more hardcore than your average Joe. All right, here we go, boys. Big fight time. I wish I could turn up the music because this is the that's where you get the good music. Actually, I don't know if the music's playing. Actually, I'm gonna check here. Hold on a sec. I thought it was, but I'm gonna check. No, it's apparently playing. I wonder if it's playing. I might have to turn it up to play the music because the music's awesome for this. Just because I'm gonna make I'm gonna turn up the audio a little bit. Because I turned down the audio for this a little bit because I was sick of getting copyright claims. So we're going to turn up the music just for this fight because this fight has some awesome music. Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting constantly copyright claimed. What can I say? All right. So one character just got the prism dress. Doop, 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 boop. Okay. And full heal. Bam. Okay. All right. Next is that Isla. No, we don't go Robo. We want to do a Hyper Ether on Isla again because we're going to do another Charm Top. Because Isla's the game plan now is to get a Prism helmet, so you get the best helmet in the game, and then it's time to annihilate this person, fully and utterly. There's your Mega Elixir. There's your full heal. So we got to constantly heal because this is going to get nasty. The music in this is awesome though for this fight. I may actually just use a Mega Elixir just to fully heal the party, just because I do not like having my hit points this low against this boss. Yeah, gotta keep healing, hopefully get the characters up a little more hit points. At this point, we're almost at the 800s. Like, we should almost be at the 900s soon. There's your Prism helmet. There's your MPP Buster that will knock out her magic. Okay, her energy is 0. Great, that's awesome. I don't care because this is going to just be mainly Isla. This is what we like to call the caveman beat 'em up. I'm just going to have Isla just non-stop attack while the other two characters heal. So Isla's going to go ballistic with her 800 damage per hit. And 800 and heal. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people lately have been doing this nonstop lately for the thing. I'm also going to be hitting off area effects with our Meryl, which means Ice 2, because Isla is going to be just basically attacking. She doesn't need to do anything else. Doesn't even need magic yet. Although I will be doing magic as stuff goes on later. There's going to be a lot of times where I'm just going to be adding healing items to people over and over and over again. Yeah, and Buster Bloopy gone. There goes all your mana. Yeah, that's why I hate this boss. This boss will like legitimately dick you here over and over and over again. Not a fan of this boss battle. This is one of those 3-stage bosses. It's not a fun one. But you are technically fighting a ship, so how often can you say you fought a ship?
Ask any engineer.
Every time? Like every game? Since Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 for the NES?
Yeah, don't you guys? Yeah, what was it with you, Orc? You never blew up a ship every day like me and ours normally do?
Not to mention the shit.
I don't play, yeah, but you don't fight a living ship like this. Like in Ninja Turtles, technically, that's not a living ship. And that's the techno.
You never went up against a Leviathan, Orc? Of all people, a Leviathan like Moira, you never went up against one?
Is a Technodrama ship?
What Leviathan are you talking about? There's multiple versions.
You know, Moira from Farscape.
From Farscape. I can't remember Farscape.
You never watched Farscape? They had these space
no, I have watched
Leviathans.
Farscape. Just the fact that someone brought up Farscape on my live stream, because I haven't watched it in over 20 years.
I love Pilot Story. That was a great episode.
The last show I watched that was like mediocre sci-fi, which is considered mediocre sci-fi. I know Farscape isn't, but some people consider that mediocre sci-fi. The last one I remember watching was not Farscape, but it was Earth Final Conflict was the last one.
Oh, I love that show. Earth Final Conflict was I got a poster, dude. I should take a picture of it. People of Earth, we are here to help. And then my mom and brother always used to imitate the On's hand gestures, and they'd be like, and like, you know, they do that funny like hand gesture. But that show was off the hook. And even season 5, like, as weird as it was, it jumped the shark. When I watched it the second time, I kind of appreciate season 5, but I also see where things went awry.
Oh yeah, it went horribly, horribly wrong.
I mean, they start the season off by nuking the Talon ship. That was cool. Hubble Yurick becomes president, so he's the one who makes that decision. And then frickin' Sandoval is still on the ship. So he gets fucking like radiated, but then luckily the Atavis, and this is where it gets weird, the Atavis heal him. Problem was the Atavis don't look the same as the Atavis from season 2 when Da'an turned into an Atavis.
Yeah, and then they turned to those weird vampires. I can't remember what the hell. Oh, dude, I know the show. I know the show. Oh, yeah, it's fucking great. It was good. I enjoyed it. That's the last time I watched some sci-fi from back in the day. It was that's the last time I watched that show in a long time was Earthfall, which is still a good show. But yeah, it's something I haven't seen in a very, very long time. And Earth Final Conflict. And then what was the other one I watched a lot of?
Andromeda?
Oh, Andromeda I saw of Kevin Sorbo. Yeah, I didn't mind Andromeda. Wasn't my favorite, though.
It went off the shark in season 5 as well, but things really went downhill around season 2. There's this one episode in season 2 where there's this epic grandeur where like portals were opening up all over the merchant lady's ship, and like at one point like another Trans Gemini pops in, and she looks different. She looks more mature. She looks like she's got more wisdom, and basically she literally trades places with herself. And then we get like a new, more wise Trans Gemini for the rest of the show. But It was just an interesting way of going about it, and I there's just something there that like they didn't really follow up on.
That was my problem with 90% of that show. There were some interesting ideas, which I really fucking hated that they just kind of dropped off. And, yep, this is how it is. Just how it went.
I agree, man. You get it.
It's just how it went. Like, Andromeda is good. Their final conflict. We were actually, we started watching actually on the movie night. We were watching because Bob didn't show up. And, Bob left his poor sister behind.
What?
Well, anyway, you left your poor sister behind. So we ended up watching. We ended up watching
what?
Movie night.
Fuck?
You missed Tuesday's movie night.
There was a movie night?
Yeah, there was a movie night. You missed it, and your sister was left behind. Anyway, we watched.
Don't phrase it like that.
Lost, and she saw the orc car that said free. That said free movie 3 movie night.
Start making those jokes. I'm gonna have to start flying over where you are.
Free candy and movies. So we watched anyway.
Introduce you to Mr. Crowbar.
So she's older than you. What the hell? Anyway,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's still my sister. I'll fucking kill you.
Okay. Anyway, we're all joking here, boys and girls. Back to what I was talking about here. So they ended up having we ended up watching Forever Night, a classic vampire show that was created from Canada. And yeah, it wasn't bad. It was actually fun to watch. I haven't seen it in a long time, and I like the idea of vampires and the vampire addiction. Like the idea of being a vampire and how having the vampire blood is like drinking blood makes you stronger, but it gives you like this weird addiction to blood, and you have to drink blood. It's like that obsession with that blood and that desire to feast and stuff. Just kind of neat. Something brand new and different. Alrighty, so here we are, final boss time. Lavos shows up, and then we're not gonna defeat the final boss, but we are gonna have some fun with it. Does anybody else in chat want to see another video game tonight? And what video game would that be in my list? If I have it in my list, I'll play through it. But otherwise, we'll probably end it after this fight, because this fight might take a while. This is a pain in the ass, and you can't exactly avoid this first fight. So here we go. Lavos enters attack mode. So you gotta fight all these things over and over and over again. So, first off, Isla goes bye-bye. I'm sorry, Isla. I no longer need you for this fight. Although, we are going to have Robos, Chronos, and Meryl, the healing party of fun and guns. Although I really want to do more sword damage. I could do more sword damage. That could be fun. So next thing I have to do is, and this is just going to be me for most of this fight, casting one spell over and over and over again. But we are going to activate the elixir powers because we need to ether ourselves up. We need to get high before we fight the monster. And then we need to add a prism hat to our brand new guy.
Trip balls.
Yep, and then
to fight
our main
the
character.
ultimate evil.
Yeah, so cuts magic attack by 1/3 prism dress. So we are starting to see our characters reaching the max stats here, and this is where it gets really nasty. I can't save, unfortunately, but we're gonna have fun with this fight. I almost want to give him, I almost want to give Chronos Gold Stud just to keep doing the same spell over and over and over again, and just, you know what? Let's minimize this shit. You know what? I think that's a great idea. Robo, you do not need Gold Stud anymore. We're gonna give you the Rage attack. We're gonna let you be the Frenzy Bastard this round. And Chronos, like that woman said that got ran over by the car to Mel Gibson. Swing away, Chronos, swing away. Oh, Yoshi. You want to see Yoshi? What? We already beat Yoshi. Get another game, Arus. Pick another game. We already beat Yoshi.
Yoshi 24/7. You'll keep playing Yoshi till you die, according to Aris.
I beat Yoshi. No Yoshi. Next game. I do not have any other Yoshi games. Okay, so dead.
Yoshijiro, Ajaga, Konnichiwa.
Yep. Dead. Learn triple.
Why
What do you want to
play a
see?
video game involving Chief O'Brien's son Yoshi?
Yeah, exactly. I keep forgetting he had two kids. I know he had the one girl.
Yeah, he had
Also, one of the
Molly and
most
Yoshi.
creepy episodes. One of the most creepy. That Next Generation episode with the kid thing is one of the most creepiest episodes out there.
Huh? Which one?
The one where they get
Which one with the
teleported and get turned into kids.
Oh, yeah, that was great. That was great. I love how Whoopi Goldberg was teaching Ensign Ro that you don't just, like, Ensign Ro didn't have a bed when she was a kid, but Guinan, she used to jump on the bed, and she's like, oh, let's have fun like kids. And it was interesting for Ensign Ro because she was a Bajoran, so it was like she didn't really have that experience as a kid. So there was some interesting things to it, but I mean, I get what you're saying.
No, that one with what's his face, O'Brien and his wife. It's like, well, you know, I'm actually the same person in the body. It's like, yeah, no.
That was the one where they got. Oh yeah. Okay, now I remember. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Awkward. That was so awkward. I'm like.
Yeah, because they're sitting on the couch next to each other, and he doesn't want to like do anything to soothe her because he's like, you're not. You know, but it was like, yeah, it was sad. It was like a tragic, you know. Glad they fixed it.
Yeah, because she did. Yeah, well, that was a weird one. Well, we'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, no, that was just weird. There's a couple episodes. My other episode I don't like, which is a DS9 episode, a famous DS9 episode where it's like that 1, 2, skip to the loo, 4. The one where they're on the board.
Yeah, it was a weird episode.
Fucking thing.
Brooks was like asked at a convention, what was your least favorite episode or whatever, and he started singing this song, like, and I was like, started cracking up. He's like, that fucking episode.
Yeah, that was a bad episode. I do also like the fact that Cisco. I do like the fact that like the motherfucking Cisco, although he did. What's this do? Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now because I think you can like restore. The motherfucking Cisco, being the badass bastard he is, actually punched out Q. A lot of people say that was yeah, he did. But what made it funny was a lot of people seem to say, well, that's so badass he did that. And I'm like, no, because you look at his face after he did it. He realized he made the mistake that he should have never done, and that was punch out Q. Because he realized that he gave in to Q's rage. Like, he gave in to Q, and that was a bad idea.
But even I think Q understood. Maybe Q was surprised by the fact he thought a Starfleet officer would never do that, and he's like, no, don't fuck with the Cisco.
Don't
like,
fuck with the Cisco.
Like, I know what you're saying, too, that, like, you know, in Star Trek, we learned to just, you know, deal without differences diplomatically and all that shit. But, you know, sometimes, like, we're learning about toxic empathy today, right? And maybe there's something to what Ben Cisco was doing in that moment.
Well, no, because, dude, that's why they wanted him there, because they wanted someone that wasn't afraid to use force if he needed to. And the Cisco is not afraid to use force. So that's exactly what you need in a situation like that. Like a lot of Like, I hate to say it, where he was, you do not need a Starfleet captain that's going to sit there and, like, be peaceful. Well, like the old saying goes, you know, weak men breed, like, you know, breed bad times. Like, that is a, you know, one of my, another favorite, you know, like my favorite Conan, there's a couple of Conan quotes I like, but one of my favorites is I've said it multiple times, there's another one I like, where he outright just says, you know, it's, you know, the worst death, one of the most comfort is one of the most dangerous enemies, because it's a slow death. A warm bed and a comfortable place to sleep at night can be more dangerous because it makes you slow and it no longer gives you the urge to fight. And he's not fucking wrong. Conan's not wrong. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I've always thought Conan was sort of right there when he said, you know, the slow death of a comfortable life. Not saying I'll do anything about it on a major scale, but I do think in a lot of ways, a lot of people seem to have this mentality of they do have that comfortable living, like, you know, when you're living in your parents' basement with all their goodies and stuff, and you're not really like going out of your way to do what you need to do to get your own life up and running, you know. Now, not everyone can do that nowadays, but like when I was like, to me, that floored me seeing a lot of grown. I see a lot of grown adults right now. Seeing women not do it and living with their parents, yeah, that wasn't uncommon where I was, but seeing men, that floored me back in the day. Like, there's nothing wrong with it in some ways if you're working and do what you got to do, but there's a lot of guys where they won't even like pay rent for fucking do it, like won't even do stuff to like pay rent or look after the family in any way, shape, or form. Like at that point, you're just a sponge. That's like you gotta at least do something for the family, right? I don't know if you guys agree there.
Well, you know, like some people, they maintain their dad's computer, then they see them talking to weird women online, and then a fucking stack of Apple gift cards show up in the mail one day, and you're like, dude, are you money laundering? Then one day, a fucking box of MacBooks show up with some random guy's name on it, and you're wondering, is he still up to these weird tricks? Then you realize you're gradually becoming, anyway, a babysitter. Anyway, I digress. But jokes aside, you got a point, because like there are people who will, you know, completely move there. But in this day and age, it's a weird dynamic because, you know, the economy is not the same. And it's not even like people would say like, oh, it costs only 20 grand to finance a house back in the day. But you got to take inflation into account. But even as a proportion of people's earnings, it's not as easy as it was back in the day. It wasn't super easy in the 70s either. But, you know,
it wasn't stupid. You know, it wasn't stupid easy. Like I would. And that's the scary thing. I think a lot of people like again, there's this conversation about Gen X being stupid. I mean, sorry, not Gen X, Gen Z is the dumb generation. The millennial generation are the generation of morons, and they have legitimately become the generation of morons. And that is like they're the most uneducated. They don't understand technology, like. And this comes from the generation of not giving a fuck. Like the Gen X generation, this comes from me and this is a public thing. Like this was never like this 20, 30, 40 years ago. And we are at, like, I don't know if you all agree, but we are at we are at a societal factor that we've never seen before. Like we have legitimately reached the peak of humanity. Like I think we have actually reached that point where we can repeat that. Say, what?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. We have reached the peak of the pure peak of humanity. Think about it. Where's technology gone since the last 50 years? Like have we improved?
Yeah, I mean, look at each generation of Nintendo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, look at like we may get better, but the fact is we have a generation that's supposed to inherit this technology and improve on it, And
Well, it's funny you mention that.
there's
Yeah, go on, please.
Yeah.
I got something to add.
okay, go ahead.
No,
You wanna
you
add?
first.
Well, if we've reached a generation that no longer has the ability to understand this stuff on a major spectrum, how the fuck are they going to improve? How are they going to improve it?
Right.
You
And
still
the
need
thing
to
is that.
cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That too.
Like-
I mean,
like-
it's like.
Yeah.
But like,
No, I'm not.
I mean, to piggyback on that, I remember a friend of mine talked about. He read a Reddit post. It was asking teachers today, what is it about kids today that's different than kids, when you started teaching, say, 25 years ago? And basically, one of the older teachers commented, they go, "Oh, today the kids have all this technology, but they could care less how any of it fucking works." And like, how do you, like you say, they could get, that's like how you get kids who will use AI or TTS to read everything to them, and they'll say to the teacher, "Oh, why would I need to read it when the computer could read it to me?" And then they don't know how to read. And like, it's just like all these things, but like there will always be those overachievers in class who will fucking figure this shit out. But you don't want the smart ass kids in the SP class to be the only ones achieving shit. And frankly, looking at what's going on with like already, like we see that we have the Taiwan Semiconductor, and when they try to open up a facility in Arizona, they realize, oh shit, we don't have the fucking labor or the people living in that area who can actually do this stuff. So then they had to go and get some people from Taiwan to work there. And even then, that's assuming, like, there's other factors, too. Like, some people said it was because of paid time off. But apparently, no, it wasn't just paid time off. It was also that we just didn't have the people. But, yeah, I'm sure there were people who were willing to do the job, that were unwilling to do the job who were qualified, too. But I think there are a lot of that. Like, because like, it does take some advanced math. Microchip making is very fascinating because a lot of times it looks like... Like on the most basic level, either of you guys, any one of you three guys, do you guys know how to most basic way they make microchips?
No, I'm not 100%, but I do have a rough idea.
It's basically like making copies of photos. Like, when you like take a film and you put it to a projector and you make a print, it's basically like a very similar process to that. So when you understand that all of the claims that, we got microchips after Roswell, while it does sound compelling based on the timing, it turns out, no, you don't need alien technology to do that.
If I wouldn't get in trouble, and I know I would get in a lot of trouble, this is why we haven't done it on this channel, I would legitimately be doing the art fillet stuff, what's that called there, AM after. I would be doing videos where we just listen to the radio and just talk about it. I'd have late night videos where we do that, but I would get. I know we would get copyright claims.
Back in my day, we used to put on the ham radio.
No, that shit. The after hours stuff. Some of the weird alien shit that he brought up in that the technology he brought up and the stuff that was brought up, all the alien stuff is the conspiracy stuff to that is so fucking good. It's so fascinating. Like I've sat there and listened to it. Like
don't get me wrong. I listened to radio shows before. My old man didn't believe me, thinking that I must have got it from somebody else. It's like, no, I just enjoyed listening to radio shows in the background while painting models.
Yeah.
Just having some sort of background noise.
Yep. Yeah, that's where my friend got the idea of the getting rid of every politician. If we all not want to get away with murder, everyone has to hold the rope to the guillotine to get rid of all politicians. that was his thought process.
Ours, Bob paints models, so apparently he used to do that job. On Snowdub Show, me and Oris watch a friend named Snowdub, and he has this clip where these models walking either covered in nothing but electric tape or paint. And so when he's painting models, I'm picturing Bob painting female models.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, Oris, with that one. I got the joke there.
I'm sorry, carry on. I just wanted to share my imagination.
No. But that's the thing with some of the smartest people I ever met were farmers.
Oh yeah, dude. I watch a Smarter Everyday video, and it's like they got to be like accountants, they got to be fucking engineers, they got to be able to repair their shit. Yeah. You could tell me, yeah.
That's the smartest guy I ever met was a fucking farmer, and he's one of the best. He's like brilliant, absolute fucking like madman with information. And he knew stuff better than most other people. And it was crazy how he was treated. Like, people would treat him like he's stupid. The guy would know, and like I said, he even said, like, he's talked to his kids, and he's like, none of his kids have any understanding of the job that he does. And it scares him because he thinks to himself, like, you know, he's almost under the assumption that his kids are going to sell the farm. It's like, that's a lifetime of work and knowledge and information that is about to go bye-bye. And he's not happy about that in a lot of ways. And he realizes that these kids can't do it. What the fuck are they going to do? It's like those girls that me and Bob talked about a couple live streams ago, where, like, you know, I'm here, I'm looking at emails today, and, you know, me and my dog Poof came here, and, you know, the doggo gets a pup cup when I took a break, and then I took my lunch break,
Fuck
and
off.
then I read some more emails.
Shut up.
Girls
Shut up.
working in tech.
Shut up.
Okay.
God, I'm malding right now. I'm actively.
Was that the girls who worked at car?
This motherfucker gave me flashbacks. Yeah, she's the one that works on, like, Facebook or whatever, and it was like the day in the life of, like, a Facebook tech specialist or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and they just all got laid off recently.
Wow.
Look.
So you do fucking nothing all day and get fed and get paid more than me? Shit, I wish I had that fucking job.
You know what, Bob, don't get upset about it, Bob. It's okay. Most of them have gotten laid off recently in the last couple of years, so it's all right, Bob.
Nothing
You're
to be
fine.
mad at, my friend. Because I know the feeling.
Next thing you know, on their job application, the only thing they can do is get laid.
Okay, what was that? Okay, go ahead there. Go ahead there.
No, I
DJ.
empathize with it. I empathize because, like, some people get overpaid to do too little, and it's like, here I was working in the retail field, you know, earning my pay, and watching people who, because they were a little more educated, or just because they knew people, or just because they had better timing, or whatever it was, they end up in these jobs where they're getting paid, like, good money to do so little, and it was something I was envious for a while until I became a civil servant.
Well, now you get to do that, right? No, it's either, civil servant work, can I be honest? I've run into two things with civil servant work. It's either one of two things. Either one does all the work and everyone else sits around watching him, or it's like everyone does the work because they realize someone else is, like, a good example of this is the movie Brazil, where they, like, legitimately, the second the guy, they're all working until the second the OG boss turns around, and it's like they go back to doing what they were doing. It's either one of two things. I don't know if you fall into that qualification, but I know I've known a couple guys that have to sit there on trains, and they have to ride the trains all day, and it's one of the worst jobs they'll ever have to fucking do. I had a buddy of mine I know, his whole goal is for the CN Rail. I could say where he's from. I don't think anyone's going to know who he is. This poor guy has to ride in absolute void, nothing, in the darkness of the night, ride the rails, and the whole job that he has to do is literally every couple hours look at wheels turn to make sure the wheels are turning properly, and every once in a while he has to get out of the engine, but most of the time he's just riding the rails. And it says it's so fucking awful because he's basically checking the rails, making sure nothing's wrong with them. He says the darkness and the absolute loneliness of being out there by yourself in the middle of fucking nowhere in one of these trucks driving down, checking everything. It's such a nightmare. It's horror story. Like, he's the level of loneliness. Like, he says people he's had guys that he knows that do the job. They hate it. They absolutely fucking hate it. And, like, he understands why there's kids that won't do it, but the money is so fucking good. Like, he explained to me, the money is so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? And we're all in it to earn. Everyone wants to get paid.
Yeah, it's all about the boy, does he get paid. And I could see that being a good paycheck back in the day, but, like, yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do that job. Boys, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm still of the opinion. At least you earn your lumps, and you're not in an adult fucking daycare.
Yeah, it's adult daycare. It gets
Nothing like being paid to be a waste of space.
Yeah. You know, me and my dog go to our job. Yeah, I know. When I saw someone bring a dog to their job, if you did that, and if you brought your support, quote unquote, support animal, at like some of the places I worked, if like I remember I was talking to one of my friends about that. He said to me, if someone ever brought their quote unquote support animal, that damn thing would be removed from the equations so fast that like the guy's head would spin, like their dog would be gone.
Yeah. There's only one reason an animal should be on the premises, and that's if it's a service animal, in the sense of, is it a police dog? Is it a search dog? I'm not here for a support animal. You're here for a job.
Yeah.
Is that dog attached here for a purpose?
Yeah. Is the doggo, like, for example, like, you know, my friend has cats on his job place. But where he works, the chances of rodents are very, very high. There's a reason he has 15 cats on that workplace, and they keep those animals nice and happy. They're not 100% fed though, but they're happy. They get their water.
Yeah, they get their water. You gotta chase your food.
Go chase your food. And oh boy, do they! The times they've found dead rats. He had one time he walked in and there was and a lot of those cats are feral cats, by the way, but they're still making sure they stick around. And he has a couple bobcats that live on the far end of the premises. But no, there's a reason why those are there, and that's all about getting rid of the animals. They're the problems. As long as it's not orc hounds. Is that what you put? Yeah, orc hounds. That's what I saw.
Yes. Oh, it might mean something else.
My friend had a goat. My friend had a goat for a long time, and there's no reason for him to have a goat, but he had a goat. And some people, like I said, the reasons he had it, I asked him one time, he's like, yeah, well, trust me, it's good to have something like that around when you need something to eat later. And I'm like, oh, okay. I now know why he has a goat.
Yep.
Oh, my friend had a lot of chickens.
Sweet Mary was the goat.
And knowing chickens will eat anything.
Yeah, and you'll eat them eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, he ate the chickens. The chickens got ate. Oh, that chicken's a couple years old. Dead.
But yeah, animals should not be in a workplace unless it has a point of being there. Prime example, like we just talked about, a farm. The animal's labor is its work.
Yep.
Even at the end of its lifespan, its labor is paid in full.
Yeah, except unless you live in Istanbul, you should not be seeing cats everywhere. But that's where the cats deserve to be. Gotta take care of you. They serve a purpose.
Yeah.
And I love them cats. It's the only reason I want to go to Istanbul. I don't want to go anywhere else in the Middle East. I want to go to Istanbul.
Oh, I thought you'd want to go to the island of cats over in Japan.
I do want to go to the island of cats because the property there is dirt fucking cheap. But I think I found a new place I want to live. There is a part of Japan that is so naturally cold that it gets the most snow in the world. I want to live there now. Yeah, I want to open a nice place. I want to open a coffee shop and have a cat cafe. We're gonna have cat cafes, boys. And open up
a little cat tea shop.
Yeah. Meow. See, if I show up to a cat cafe and I was to do today, I have to go there, and I'm like, okay, today. So I say hi to my guest cat Franklin, the kitty cat here, and he's going to be working here on the side. Then we have ourselves Jezebel and the other cat. and first I take a bunch of orders as I set up the coffee for the day. See, there's a real fucking reason to have a bunch of animals next to you.
Oh yeah,
And not do
then
15.
Sirius, the ordained priest, is just in the room over if you need to do prayers.
Actually, that was an idea. I was going to get all the animals like different blessings and stuff, and each one's going to have a different element that they're going to be blessing to. And I do my tarot card readings and stuff, and we'd have Magic the Gathering cards there and Pokemon cards, and then I'd have to fight off a bunch of crazy Americans that tried to rob me one day.
That sounds like a fucking fever dream.
Well, there's like 5 armed robberies of goddamn fucking stores, people robbing to get Pokemon cards. I don't know what else to say. That's insane. So, boys and girls, unless the chat wants us to keep going, we are going to call it here. You guys want to keep going, or do you guys want to call it here? Otherwise, I'm going to take a quick break and we'll change the game.
Well,
So, I'm pretty good.
Not ready yet. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to, like, I got a screen busted on my phone, and I'm trying to get it's faded, and I'm trying to find a button that lets me output the HDMI so I can put it into repair mode, so that I can put it in a box and send it to Samsung.
So it looks like DJ's going to set up. Are you going to set up early tonight because there's no Logan?
No. I didn't even get there yet, but well, when dinner is done, I can do it. But yeah, like I said, I'm messing with my old phone right now. I'm just trying to get my phone into a repair mode because there's a menu where you go secure the phone but not erase it, so that when you send it to repair, it's like they can do stuff on it and test it without.
Hold on one second.
But yeah, I got a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. It's a beautiful phone, Bob and Oris, and like. It just, the screen is like flickering, it's faded, and it started off like with a line going through the screen and just kept getting progressively worse. So I'm trying my darndest to hook it up to my HDMI input on my PC right now so that I can actually use it. Because if I can see what's on the screen on my HDMI input, I can do things on it. I can do whatever I need to do on it, and right now, I think I'm just going to plug it into the TV. I'll be right back. I'm going to plug this phone into my TV because I'm not even sure if what I'm doing right now is being done correctly. Maybe it's just my Elgato is receiving a signal and it's just on the wrong resolution or something like that. I don't know.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, I just need to find out what the game plan was. It sounds like people are willing to call it for tonight. That's sad because I can still go. But we have now... Yeah. All right. So, the reason I did what I did, now that this is done, we're going to have some fun. Boys, I got one more thing to do here, and that's going to board the ship. And now we go to full speed ahead. And we're going to go to the past. Now, we're at the end of time. We're at the present. Now we're going to go to the past. So guess what we're doing now, boys? We are going to go back to guess what's still here in the past, if this goes well. Come on. Alrighty. So, guess what's in the past? Is that the Black Omen? Wait a minute. So I'm going to go back into the Black Omen and attack the Queen again and get all the gear and equipment. So there's another session of me robbing this place. This is what we like to call a game. This is what we like to call, cheesing the system. Because we can do this one more time. All right, we are at the final battle. By the time we finish this up, our characters should be damn near maxed out. All right. But we're going to call it here, boys and girls. It sounds like people want to call it for the night. Thank you, everybody, for enjoying us, having fun here, having a good time. Stay tuned for next week. I'm going to get the cat up here. Hopefully the cat shows up. Nope. Cat? Meow. So next week we will be we're going to be doing some more. We're going to be looking at Kiss Circus. the fun Kiss comic book. That's not really fun. It's pretty dark. We're also going to be looking at maybe even looking at some X-Men comics in the future. Who knows where we're going to go with this? I got a lot of stuff on Space Geeks. We're going to be looking at the extraterrestrial book. I hope DJ's going to have a look at that and have a little read through, see how he.
Yep.
Right. And yeah, I think that's the game plan right now. I think we're all set for next week. We're going to have fun. See, I can actually do these comics because most of these comics are old and I won't get copyright struck for comics, luckily. Not yet, anyway. We'll see what happens in the future. But, yeah, I'd like to thank everybody. We are going to see you guys next time on Orc War 2 Reviews. Like, subscribe, share this channel out. We are at 108 or 109 the last I checked. I think it's 108. We need 408. We need more people. We need lots more. We want to get double that number. Remember to look at the merchandise that we have here. Support Dream of House Hippo, which should have eventually. Support your local dice goblin. And we'll have one other shirt brand done later. All right, guys. Have yourselves a very, very good night, and we'll see you next time. Yep. And again, we are part of our retro community. Guys like Arus 218, Mitch Maddox, LCX, and Eldira Sirma and DJ Ronnie. Have yourselves a very good night.